Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, and real quick, this is not really a YouTube channel to be like, welcome to my channel, this is all I have. I'm moving over from Instagram to YouTube to make longer videos about the thing I care about, which is metal. And I just wanted to start this channel with a video of just shouting out some bands I really like that aren't really, as out there as other bands, and I believe deserve totally more recognition. So I'm going to start off with a few that I have physical copies of, and then a couple that I'll just put up here that I think deserve the world and that you should check out. Some of these are kind of just hey, you should go check these out, and I don't even think a couple of these are active anymore. But the others that I show you, they all deserve to be checked out, but especially the current ones that are still trying to produce shit and make it out there and make their names, because we got to support our local scenes and our smaller bands. And let's get it started with one of those bands I'm not even sure exists anymore, but Peordh with Glaring from Spacious Woods and Mountains of Eternal Frost. So this is like your more naturey folk black metal. It's a long album. It's about a little over an hour. I found it on YouTube forever ago when I was going through a Gallo Braid and stuff kind of phase of listening to black metal. But yeah, it's pretty good. Production may be a little spotty here and there, depending on how your ears handle certain, black metal stuff. Whether you like the really clean stuff, you probably won't like this as much, but it's still really worth checking out. I'm not sure what the band's status is right now, but I found that on eBay for $10, so I had to grab it. Yeah, it's really good. Peordh. Go check it out. It's on YouTube for you to listen to, but I don't think it's on any other streaming, as far as I know. Next, this is going to start some of these bands I think you need to check out, which is Deiphage with Nuclear Cavalry. This thing fucking rules. So, this is some just modern war metal. It's intense, it's brutal, it does not give you a minute to breathe. Even the slower song like War Moon Rising is so heavy, it feels like you're slowly reeling back a punch and just getting fucking beaten over and over again. But I enjoy it. So, this is the jewel case version of this CD, and it's like a clear CD. It's the coolest thing ever. But yeah, totally go check it out. It's so good. Big fan of it. I got a flag right there of it. You can't see, but yeah, it's great. Next, I actually found this at a random little record store in Colorado. This is Denunciation with California Commando. It's a Maggot Stomp album, which I'm not a big Maggot Stomp fan, but I do like this little thing. It's simple. It's like Maggot Stomp's answer to war metal. Go check it out. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, just a short thing. I think it's more of an EP than it is a full length. But, yeah, I spin it here and there, so it doesn't just sit on my shelf and collect dust. Next, we have more of a local plus New York members. I live in Mississippi, and the other members live in New York. I think the Mississippi member just moved over to New York, though, to go do more stuff with the band and etc. But sludgy hardcore almost. I'm not a big hardcore person, but this slips past. This is False Gods with Lost in Darkness and Distance. And I was wrong. One of the members is still in Mississippi. The other one moved off to New York. But this thing is miserable, sad, depressing, but heavy. I love this thing. I really like False Gods. It's just also the whole, they're a smaller local band thing, so they have my full support. And yeah, it's really cool. Great little thing. I actually have another CD of theirs, but this is honestly my favorite, and it's their latest too. So definitely go check it out. This is Lost in Darkness and Distance by False Gods. Next, we have a Memphis band that I have a flag of as well right up there. This is Ritual Fog. It is some old school death metal worship. Think of Morbid Angel stuff more so. But yeah, based out of Memphis. These guys rule. They're so fun live. And once again, all these bands that I'm about to talk about, they're all great dudes. At least from when I've hung out or talked with them. So Ritual Fog, but Merely Flesh. you know, just some old school death metal worship, like Slime Blade specifically on this album. I love that song. It's such a fun song. I actually learned it on my guitar because of how much I enjoyed it. So yeah, that's Ritual Fog with But Merely Flesh. If you like old school death metal and you just want a worship band, that's pretty much what you got, and it does the job quite well. But next, we're going to get into something a little more brutal with an album that makes you feel like you're hogtied in a damp, cold, dirty basement with Coagulating, Deciphering My Scalded Creation. I was following this thing ever since the first single dropped, and I was so excited for it, and it was so worth it. This thing is so fun, and it's short, but it gets the job done. And, yeah, it's great. It dropped, like, at the very beginning of this year, 2026. And I was so excited when it dropped. And I think I listened to it for, like, 2 weeks straight nonstop. And then I was finally like, what am I doing? Buy the CD. So I bought the CD. But, yeah, Coagulating, Deciphering My Scalded Creation. It's brutal. It's gross. It's heavy. Yeah. Also, that's a neat-looking CD. But, yeah. Definitely go check that out. That's one of my favorites of this year so far, actually. But next, let's slow it down a little. I'm actually wearing the shirt of the next band. This is Slumbering Sun. They are a doom metal band out of Texas that mixes like prog rock, doom, and classic rock. This is their album Starmony, and it's awesome. I do love this thing. It's powerful. It's emotional. It's really good vibes from a doom metal album. Definitely changes the game a little bit, doing some stuff that you don't usually see in doom metal. And I actually haven't taken the plastic off of this yet. I don't know why, but I don't think I'm going to just yet. But I do listen to this album, streaming-wise, very regularly. And you can find it everywhere. Most of these albums I show you, you can find pretty much everywhere. But, yeah, Slumbering Sun, Starmony, they're great live band, and they just don't disappoint if you just need some kickback doom metal with some stoner aspects in it too. So yeah. Next, you know this band, I know this band, but Lust of Decay with Purity Through Dismemberment. I always forget the name. But I think this is actually one of their most underrated cuts. I don't see as much about it. Like when people talk about Lust of Decay, this isn't exactly one that pops up in my feed. But this is actually probably my favorite by them. I need to get their whole discography, but I just don't have it right now. But their CDs are fairly priced on Bandcamp. But yeah, Purity Through Dismemberment, it's just Lust of Decay doing what they do best. But in my opinion, this has some of their strongest material on this album. So yeah, that's Lust of Decay, Purity Through Dismemberment. Go check it out. You know them, I know them. Next, we have from Texas, once again, this is Morgue with Apocalyptic Visions. This is some Archgoat, Beharit, fucking war metal, and just brutal death metal worship. These guys rip, and they're also some of the nicest guys ever. I really like this thing. I like all their stuff. I got this at one of their shows actually, and I just played with them recently because I booked a death metal festival here in Mississippi. Got that set list off of them because I love them so much that I got the set list. But yeah, they're great. If you just like war metal, but you want it to be a little more like slammy almost a little bit, check out Morgue. You'll like them. And like, they're brutal. Live, they are a force live. So yeah, go check that out. Next, actually, we got, you may know this band, but this is Void from Lafayette, Louisiana. This is their album Forbidden Morals, which I got this album at their show with Dark Angel in Louisiana. I've been following Void since they had like 60 likes on a video on TikTok, and they were trying to like push their first album, Horrors of Reality, really, really hard. And now they've done multiple tours. They just toured with Dark Angel. These guys deserve every single bit of recognition that they can get. They work so hard, and they have such a fun imagery, and they are such a fun band. And like, this album specifically is some of their best material ever. It sounds straight from the 80s without being like a we're bringing back 80s thrash metal band. They do their own thing. They do it originally, but they just have the flair and the charisma to pull off that 80s sound, you know? So that's Void with Forbidden Morals. Please go check that out. And their other album, Horrors of Reality. I actually got a Void vinyl of Forbidden Morals, shirts and everything. They're great guys. I've gotten to hang out with them a couple times, but Void, Forbidden Morals. Please go check it out. Next, we have another thrash E-band with Dead Alive from Nashville, Tennessee. They're like horror goosebumps thrash, which Void is also horror thrash as well, but more in like a vampiric sense. But these guys are like Scooby-Doo chase scene thrash, and they do it so well. They are so cool. This is The Madness of Dr. Ludvig von Brainmatter. If you see the poster in the back, I have multiple shirts, and I bought this when I also booked them for that death metal festival, a VHS tape of one of their shows, and this album in its full. So I thought it was really cool that they were selling this, so I had to buy it. And yeah, I really do like them. They are great. They are worth your time and money. So if you want to support some smaller thrash bands, or you want to find more smaller thrash bands, Dead Alive is where you need to go. Like Flip the Switch, No Signs of Life, Hollow Man's a really fun one. They like to play and introduce the band with Hollow Man. But yeah, that's like the first segment of this video where I just show off like the physical albums I have. So we're about to cut into the ones I don't own right now. I say right now because I will get my hands on all these. But the ones I don't own right now, I'll just have up here. I'll give the same synopsis as these. All right, and I'm back with the list. So we're going to start off. I do have a couple of copies of some physical stuff they've done, these couple bands, but not the ones I'm about to shout out, but these are also worth just getting out there. So we're going to start off with Mammoth Caravan with Frostbitten Galaxy. Some like awesome fucking like prog / doom stuff. I do have their cassette of I Megafauna, which is a 15-minute long, brutal, miserable doom metal song. It's split into three parts on the cassette, but on streaming it is just one big, brutal catastrophe, and it is awesome. So Mammoth Caravan with Frostbitten Galaxy and I Megafauna. Please go check them out. They are awesome. Actually, one of the first ever like local shows I went out of my way to go see when I moved down here. Totally worth it. They're from Little Rock, Arkansas, or Arkansas in general, and they did come to Vicksburg, Mississippi to play. Next, we got Crypt Eater with The Weight of Hatred. They're from Jackson, Mississippi, and they are like death grind plus a little hardcore, but I do have their cassette from when they were way more death grind. It's just a demo. I think you can find this on SoundCloud as well. But yeah, The Weight of Hatred is on all streaming, and it's pretty good. I do hope they go back to and see what they do more with this kind of style. But no, I do like Weight of Hatred, and I think it's totally worth checking out if you like death grind and like fast hardcore stuff. Next, we have actually one of my bands, Animosity, with our single Organic Exhumer. We also have a demo that's more black metal, but we shifted into a brutal death metal sound with Organic Exhumer as our first single for our upcoming demo. So yeah, it's just straight up brutal death metal. It has the fast riffs, it has the crazy drumming, it has gutturals, it has slams, it has all of that. So yeah, please go check that out. I think you'll enjoy it a little bit because I'm proud of it. Next, we have Null, which is a funeral grind band from Memphis, Tennessee. And I actually do have one of their CDs back there, but I want to specifically talk about their album As Spoken. It is wonderful. It is just bleak, dark, terrifying grind, but with like noise and ambience and dissonance to it. Think of like Portal, Imperial Triumphant, and all of those bands in that area. Null is right up there with them. They're actually about to go on tour with Cattle Decapitation, so they're making some pretty big moves right now. And As Spoken is a great album. I have some shirts, CDs, stickers, and stuff, but no, As Spoken definitely needs to be checked out as soon as you can if you like funeral doom, if you like grind. But yeah, so I mean, they are funeral grind. So yeah. Next, I actually do need to get the cassette of this soon, but one of my favorite locals from Jackson, which is Measureless Aeons with their demo Passages. They are like post-black metal with a gothic sound. They actually, a couple members actually have another band called Dreams Without Color, which plays more into that post-punk gothic, like The Cure sound. But no, the Measureless Aeons with Passages is more of their death metal / black metal post stuff. It's really good. Really good demo. I've seen them so many times. I've played with them so many times. And they're great. I really do like them, and I think you will too if you like that kind of music. That's honestly the bulk of what I have for this video. I wanted this just to be an introductory to my channel, what to expect if you want to see more videos from me. And I got so many albums on that shelf, on a shelf over there, a shelf up there that I can talk about and stuff. And there's a day where I want to do like album rankings and vlogs on shows, and I will be posting a vlog a documentary of the brutal death metal and death metal festival that I threw in Jackson, Mississippi. But yeah, I just want to start this off by shouting out some bands I like. I'm sure you'll have a good time adding some of this to your playlist, and these bands will have a good time seeing that they are getting some streams and maybe some merch purchases if that's what you're into. But yeah, no, thank you for watching. And those of you who are from Instagram, thank you for hopping over to YouTube just to check this video out. And I hope this video can lead us to a path where I'm just doing this stuff like regularly. Hopefully I have a better setup, mic situation, and everything. But for now, yeah, that was my video. I hope you guys please go check out these albums. All the bands will appreciate it severely. And yeah, thank you, and catch you next time.